Welcome back. The Buffalo Together Community Response Fund is committed to uplifting Buffalo's East Side, and they have information on an informational session coming up for you to learn more. Welcome, Garnell Whitfield, with more about this. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
All right, I'd love it if you could start off by talking about the Buffalo Together Community Response Fund and why it got started.
Yeah, it was started immediately following the massacre on 5/14. 2022 as a response to some of the disparities within the community. It's a community response fund. It's a fund that is focused on repairing some of the long-term issues on the east side of Buffalo.
What's your overall mission with this organization?
To create change, sustainable long-term change on the east side of Buffalo. There's been a lot of projects that have, short-term projects in that. This fund is focused on long-term, sustainable change.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And why the east side specifically?
Well, the east side has historically been disenfranchised, disinvested in, under-resourced, and that's why it was targeted on May 14th. And so this is a response to that.
Well, there are some local organizations collaborating with this fund as well, right?
Yeah, there's 14 local funders, original funders, and then there's 100 or more local and national funders who are also participatory in the fund.
Do you want to talk about how your work is really addressing structural racism on a grand scale?
Yeah, I mean, it's a holistic approach to the issues on the east side. I mean, obviously, there's food issues, food access, there's educational issues, there's economic issues, there's health disparities on the east side of Buffalo. And so this is an attempt to address all of those things, holistically. Yeah.
How much money has been raised for this fund so far?
Originally, it was over $6 million raised, and immediately following 5/14, $655,000 was distributed to over 85 local groups, boots-on-the-ground groups who were doing work in the community to help support them in that work. And the rest of the money is in place and will be distributed soon.
Okay. Let's talk about the upcoming event that you have planned.
Yeah, so on February 26th at Elam, Christian Fellowship, 70 Chalmers Avenue, there's going to be an unveiling of finally of this 5-year plan, this long-term plan by the Buffalo Together Fund, 6:30 p.m. And we will be, awarding $25,000 grants to different groups, groups that are 501c3s and are doing work within our community. There will be $25,000 grants that will be awarded, or you will be able to apply for. So we're going to unveil the long-term 5-year plan and also make available applications for this funding. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can you talk about some of the organizations that have been able to receive funding already and the work that they're doing on the East Side community?
Yeah, I mean, we've got the Peacemakers, we've got the Buffalo Urban League, the United Way, and different groups have received grants, received the initial $655,000 that was distributed. Those were all groups that responded immediately to the needs of the community after 5/14. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And now, what can we expect from this event in more detail? When and where is it happening?
Okay, again, it's on February 26th, 6:30 p.m. at Elam Christian Fellowship, 70 Chalmers Avenue. And again, it will be the unveiling of this, multi-year work of the Buffalo Together Fund, reaching out nationally, locally, nationally, to develop this plan. And so that will be unveiled on that day. And also the RFPs have gone out, and that RFPs for the funding will be made available.
Now, obviously, you're having this event, which is the informational session for people to find out more about it. But if they can't attend, where can our viewers go to learn more about what you guys are trying to do?
BuffaloTogether.org. They can go there at the website and look and find more information on that website. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming in and sharing more about what you do. It's an important topic. A lot of people are still recovering from the effects of 5/14, and really a lot of things that were set in place that allowed something like 5/14 to happen and for a specific group of people to be targeted. So thank you for coming in and sharing more. Viewers, if you'd like more information on the Buffalo Together Fund, you can attend their free information session on February 26th or visit their website at buffalotogetherfund.org. Thanks again for coming in.
Thank you for having me.